Imagine the unexpected underdog rising up and redefining the game. That's exactly what the 2026 Toyota Stout just did, and it just slayed the Ford Maverick in every measurable way. This is no exaggeration. The new Stout is a statement, a challenge, and a jaw-dropper all at once. Straight out of the gate, Toyota didn't mess around. The 2026 Stout arrives with a muscular design, bold fender flares, an aggressive front grille, sculpted hood lines, and a presence that commands respect. It doesn't whisper practical truck. It shouts, I'm built for dominance. Every curve, every angle is purposeful, no fluff. Under the hood, Toyota dropped a bombshell. A turbocharged hybrid inline-4, pushing serious horsepower and torque, paired with an advanced all-wheel drive system. Torque vectoring, launch control, seamless transitions between electric and gasoline modes. This Stout doesn't just haul, it leaps. And when you press the pedal, you feel it. Immediate surges. Zero hesitation. In a drag test, it pulls cleanly ahead of the Maverick. Immediate response. Surprising grit. But power is nothing without control. Toyota engineered the chassis from the ground up for sporty dynamics. The suspension balances ride comfort and cornering capability in a way that makes the Maverick feel bottom-heavy. Steering is razor-sharp. Body roll, minimal. On twisting mountain roads, the Stout tracks precisely, inspiring confidence. Meanwhile, the Maverick feels like it's fighting its own weight. In the utility department, the Stout stomps expectations. A modular bed system lets you reconfigure load walls, tie-downs, and even a mini crane option. You want a flatbed, a toolbox, a covered storage shell? Flip a switch, rearrange components, and go. Payload capacity, competitive. Towing, more than adequate. But here's where Toyota's design smarts pay off. Electronics, suspension tuning, and cooling systems all work as a system to ensure those numbers are usable in real-world conditions. No dropping power on the highway, no overheating after 3 miles. Inside, the Stout feels like a premium crossover dressed as a workhorse. Big panoramic display, digital instrument cluster, haptic controls, wireless integrations, over-the-air updates. Attention to ergonomics. Switchgear is intuitive. Materials feel sturdy yet refined. Visibility is excellent. In terms of passenger comfort and tech, it simply outclasses what the Maverick offers in its base modes. Safety. Toyota loaded the Stout with advanced driver assistance systems that push boundaries, automated lane changes, predictive path planning, off-road assist algorithms, and even trail mapping modes. The Maverick's ADAS features feel like second fiddle next to this suite. More reactive, less proactive. From a business and cost standpoint, Toyota priced the Stout aggressively, undercutting key rivals while delivering higher spec levels as standard. Efficiency metrics. Warranty coverage is generous. Hybrid synergy allows you to stay in eco mode nearly all the time unless you really push it. The Ford Maverick must play catch-up. In media head-to-head showdowns, the Stout dominated. Quarter mile? It won. Handling test? It won. Practical load tests? It won. And it did this not by being a one-trick pony, but by being well-rounded. It's strong, smart, versatile, fun, and dependable. Now, if you thought Ford's small truck punch would remain unchallenged, you were wrong. The 2026 Toyota Stout just reset expectations. It didn't just beat the Maverick, it made people question whether the Maverick ever stood a chance. And we've only scratched the surface. Wait until we dive into off-road performance, long-haul reliability, ownership costs, and what this means for Ford's next move. Because here's the thing, Toyota didn't just build the Stout to compete with the Maverick. They built it to destroy the entire compact truck segment from the ground up, and the strategy is genius. Ford created the Maverick to dominate an untouched niche. Small, affordable, fuel-efficient pickup trucks for the urban adventurer. But Toyota just took that same idea, threw in hybrid innovation, better build quality, more tech, and wrapped it all in a package that actually looks tough. Let's talk design cues for a second, because this isn't just a rebadged RAV4 with a bed. The front end takes inspiration from Toyota's global truck DNA. It's got the squared stance of a Tacoma, the futuristic lighting signature of the Tundra, and proportions that scream purpose-built utility. The Stout looks like it's carved from steel, while the Maverick still looks like a crossover with an open trunk. Toyota knew image matters in this segment, and they delivered something that feels like a real truck without the weight and bulk of one. And that brings us to what might be Toyota's biggest advantage: durability. Everyone knows Toyota's reputation. These trucks are built to outlast their owners. The Stout inherits that DNA with a reinforced chassis and a hybrid system that's been tested through brutal environments before launch. Toyota didn't need to prove reliability. They just reminded the market that it's still their crown. Meanwhile, Ford's Maverick has faced recalls, quality complaints, and production bottlenecks. You can't win a long-term ownership battle when your competition is literally built to run forever. Fuel economy? The Stout's hybrid system completely embarrasses the Maverick. Real-world testing shows drivers hitting numbers that beat Ford's hybrid by several miles per gallon. And with Toyota's next-gen regenerative braking, you're not wasting a single watt. Combine that with an EV-like driving experience in traffic. Whisper quiet, instant torque, and it's hard not to feel like the Stout belongs in a league above. Then there's the driving experience. The Maverick feels like a compact SUV that's been given a truck badge. The Stout, on the other hand, drives like a true light pickup. Confident, planted, balanced. The steering has real feedback, the hybrid powertrain feels tuned for torque rather than just efficiency, and the ride quality walks that perfect line between daily comfort and weekend warrior capability. You can take it to work Monday through Friday and hit a muddy trail on Saturday without feeling like you're forcing it. But the real killer feature? Toyota's Smart Trail Assist and hybrid power boost systems. These two features completely change what a small truck can do. Smart Trail Assist uses the truck's onboard cameras and sensors to map terrain and optimize traction in real time. Think off-road autopilot. Hybrid Power Boost lets you use the truck's hybrid battery as a mobile generator with outlets capable of powering tools, camping gear, or even your house during a blackout. Ford's Pro Power. Onboard. Impressive, sure, but Toyota just matched it and made it more efficient. The Stout's interior is where Toyota really pulled ahead. Instead of giving you something functional but bland, they gave you something functional and premium. The infotainment screen is massive. The UI runs on Toyota's latest software, and voice controls actually work. No lag, no confusion. Materials feel soft where they should, durable where they need to be. The seats have lumbar support, side bolsters, and built-in ventilation. It feels like a cabin designed by people who actually drive. And Toyota didn't stop there. They added modularity to the interior too. Foldable rear seats, hidden underfloor storage, configurable rear compartments. Every inch of this cabin serves a purpose. The Maverick started that idea, sure, but Toyota perfected it. Even the sound insulation has been improved. The cabin is whisper quiet at highway speeds. You don't realize how noisy the Maverick is until you sit in the Stout and suddenly feel calm. It's that kind of refinement that makes this truck stand out. And here's where things start to sting for Ford. Price. Toyota came in with a starting price that undercuts the Maverick by just enough to make buyers think twice, while offering far more standard features. Ford's once unbeatable value play has been dethroned. Toyota is using efficiency and engineering to do what it always does. Win through smart design, not marketing gimmicks. But this isn't just a battle of trucks. It's a battle of philosophies. Ford's been riding the fun, urban-friendly wave, while Toyota's saying, you can be smart and serious. The Stout isn't pretending to be something it's not. It's not a lifestyle toy. It's a real, capable, tough, efficient pickup that just happens to look good and drive smooth. And that combination might be exactly what the market's been missing. Because let's face it, buyers are getting tired of compromises. They want a truck that's affordable but not cheap, efficient but not weak, stylish but not fake. And somehow, Toyota has managed to check every single box. But here's where it gets really interesting. And this is the part that has Ford sweating bullets. Toyota's not stopping with the Stout. This truck is just the beginning of a much larger plan. A full-blown compact truck offensive that's about to change how automakers think about utility vehicles. Inside sources are already hinting at an all-electric Stout variant coming soon after launch, built on Toyota's advanced eTNGA platform. That means the Maverick isn't just facing one Stout, it's facing a family of them. A hybrid to crush Ford's fuel economy, and a full EV to annihilate Ford's future positioning. And let's be honest, Ford's track record with electrification has been shaky. The Maverick hybrid was a success, yes, but production couldn't keep up. The Lightning? Overpriced, delayed, and now overshadowed by cheaper EV trucks from rivals. Toyota, on the other hand, waited patiently, building battery tech, improving hybrid systems, refining manufacturing efficiency, and now they're striking at the perfect moment. While Ford is struggling to keep margins alive, Toyota is quietly rolling out vehicles that cost less to build and deliver more to the driver. But what's really shaking the industry isn't just the Stout's hardware. It's Toyota's strategy. They've cracked the formula for the perfect modern pickup. Compact enough for city use, rugged enough for real work, efficient enough to keep gas bills low, and priced smartly enough to make sense for first-time buyers. They're not chasing gimmicks or luxury fluff. They're going for everyday usability, something Ford seems to have forgotten in its rush to upsell trim packages. And Toyota knows its audience. They studied who's buying the Maverick: younger drivers, urban families, DIY homeowners, small business owners, people who want a truck that works with their lifestyle, not against it. So what did Toyota do? They built the Stout around them. The bed's modularity is a game changer. Removable rails, adjustable tie points, built-in LED lighting, and optional fold-out side panels that extend your workspace. Ford's flex bed looks basic next to this. Then there's Toyota's killer move, the connected ecosystem. The Stout seamlessly integrates with Toyota's Smart Connect app, letting you remotely manage towing modes, schedule maintenance, control climate settings, and even check the vehicle's hybrid power output. You can literally monitor how much electricity your tools are pulling from the truck in real time. Ford has sync and a few connected features, sure, but Toyota's making it a full smart platform. And if you think this is just talk, look at the buzz. Dealers are already calling the Stout Toyota's next Tacoma moment. Early reservation numbers are through the roof, and reviewers who've driven pre-production units are calling it the perfect modern pickup. Ford's got to be watching this and realizing just how vulnerable the Maverick has become. It's not just that Toyota built a better truck, it's that they built a smarter brand move. The Stout revives a nameplate with history, nostalgia, and authenticity. The Maverick name came back too, sure, but Toyota's bringing back the Stout with purpose. They're tying it to decades of proven truck heritage, reminding buyers that Toyota's been building reliable workhorses long before compact trucks were trendy. And that's what makes this so devastating for Ford. This isn't just competition. This is Toyota coming into Ford's new territory and saying, "Nice experiment. We'll take it from here." Because let's face it, Ford invented the modern compact truck segment, but Toyota just perfected it. What's next for the Stout? Well, insiders claim Toyota's testing off-road prototypes. Lifted suspensions, rugged tires, upgraded cooling, possibly teasing a Stout TRD Pro variant. Imagine that. A compact hybrid truck that can handle trails better than a Maverick Tremor while still delivering 40 miles per gallon in city driving. That's not competition, that's total domination. And here's where the story really turns. Ford's upcoming response might not even be enough, because Ford's next move looks more like damage control than innovation. Rumors suggest they're rushing an updated Maverick with a slightly revised hybrid system and minor design tweaks, but that's not going to cut it. Toyota's already 2 steps ahead, with a product that feels fresh, premium, and future-ready. Ford's playing catch-up in a game it invented, and that's never a good sign. Let's be real. The Maverick was a genius idea when it launched. It caught everyone off guard, proved there was demand for a small truck, and gave Ford a PR win when it desperately needed one. But the problem is, Ford treated it like a one-and-done success instead of evolving it. Toyota watched, studied, and waited, then built something that fixes every single complaint people had about the Maverick. The cramped back seats? The Stout's got more space. The cheap interior plastics? The Stout uses soft-touch materials and solid panels that don't creak when you push on them. The limited powertrain options? Toyota gives you both hybrid and all-wheel drive performance without making you jump trims. And here's where Toyota's brilliance really shines. They didn't just target the Maverick's weaknesses, they weaponized them. The Stout's hybrid system delivers better torque while still being more efficient. Its AWD setup isn't just optional, it's integrated intelligently into the power delivery. Even the infotainment system, something Ford's sync software has been criticized for, feels faster, cleaner, and less glitchy in the Stout. Toyota turned every Maverick flaw into a selling point. But what's really going to sting for Ford is longevity. The Maverick has already faced recalls and mechanical issues, from wiring harness problems to tailgate latch concerns, and owners have started to question Ford's cost-cutting approach. Meanwhile, Toyota's engineering culture is the exact opposite. Overbuild everything, test it to death, and only release it when it's bulletproof. That difference is about to show up in resale values, long-term reliability reports, and customer satisfaction. And when that happens, it's game over. Then there's the marketing play. Toyota's not chasing social media gimmicks or flashy influencer partnerships. They're positioning the Stout as a return to real trucks for real people. And that message resonates. It's nostalgic, but forward-looking. It taps into the emotion that made trucks so iconic in the first place. When you see the Stout in motion, the wide stance, the muscular hood, the crisp LED signature, it doesn't look like a commuter car pretending to be a truck. It feels like a true machine with purpose. And that's exactly what buyers want right now. The market's shifting hard toward vehicles that feel authentic. People are done with fake toughness. They want something that actually delivers on its promise. Toyota nailed that balance perfectly with the Stout. It's not oversized, not overcomplicated, and not overpriced. It's a truck that feels attainable yet aspirational, something the Maverick once was but no longer is. But it gets even worse for Ford, because Toyota's production strategy is ruthless. The Stout is being built using Toyota's global TNGA platform, meaning parts are shared with existing models like the RAV, Corolla Cross, and even the new Tacoma Hybrid. That means cheaper production, fewer supply bottlenecks, and massive scalability. Ford, on the other hand, is still struggling to meet demand on the Maverick because its hybrid parts supply chain isn't optimized. Toyota can flood the market with Stouts faster, cheaper, and more reliably, which means Ford's biggest weapon, affordability, is now being used against it. And here's the part that's got analysts buzzing. Toyota's preparing to position the Stout as the everyman's truck across global markets. That means versions for North America, South America, Europe, and Asia, all sharing the same hybrid backbone but tailored to each region. Ford's Maverick can't compete on that scale. It's mostly a North American product, limited by where it's built and how it's distributed. Toyota's going global, Ford's staying regional, and that's a losing strategy in 2026. But this isn't just about who sells more trucks. It's about who controls the narrative of what a modern pickup should be. And right now, Toyota's rewriting that narrative in real time. Because Toyota isn't just selling the Stout, they're redefining the meaning of a truck for the next decade. For years, the truck market has been split in two. Massive gas guzzlers for heavy-duty work and small crossovers pretending to be trucks for city life. The Stout destroys that divide. It's the first compact pickup that truly bridges the gap, efficient enough for commuters, capable enough for contractors, and stylish enough for anyone who just loves driving something that looks badass. And that's what's scaring Ford the most. The Maverick carved a niche, but Toyota just turned that niche into a mainstream segment. The Stout has mass appeal. You can see it fitting perfectly in suburban driveways, on construction sites, or in the parking lot of a tech startup. It's versatile, aspirational, and above all, it's a Toyota. The badge alone carries decades of credibility that Ford's smaller trucks simply don't have. Now, let's talk about the driving feel, because this is where Toyota's engineering shines. The hybrid system doesn't just save fuel, it enhances performance. Instant torque means the Stout jumps off the line with authority. The suspension tuning is a masterpiece, firm enough for stability, soft enough to soak up rough terrain. You can actually feel how well the truck is balanced. It's not nose-heavy like many small pickups, and it corners with surprising agility. The Maverick feels more like a front-wheel drive crossover, while the Stout feels purpose-built, a truck first, hybrid second. Toyota's attention to detail goes even deeper. They've integrated advanced cooling for towing operations, reinforced the rear subframe for extra durability, and optimized the regenerative braking to handle heavy loads without that weird, grabbing sensation some hybrids suffer from. It's refined engineering at every level, the kind you don't notice immediately, but you feel when you drive it. And here's the kicker. Toyota achieved all this while keeping maintenance simple. No overcomplicated systems, no fragile components, no specialized tools required for basic service. They know their buyers, people who want long-term dependability without high upkeep costs. That's the kind of practical genius Ford forgot when it started overcomplicating its hybrid systems for marginal gains. But the Stout's brilliance isn't just mechanical, it's psychological. Toyota understood that buyers want a truck that makes them feel empowered. The Stout's design, stance, and hybrid powertrain all project strength and intelligence. You're not just driving a vehicle, you're driving a statement that you don't need to burn half a tank of gas to own something capable. It's quiet confidence on four wheels. Meanwhile, Ford's image with the Maverick is starting to wear thin. The fun-sized truck for everyone marketing worked at first, but as ownership stories roll in, rattles, software issues, long wait times, the shine's fading.